this. Lay down. Suddenly, I'm in like a castle, like a mansion. And in the dream, I can see myself, and I'm like looking around, and the vision confused. And I pop my eyes open, like, what? I wonder if that's my mansion. So I close my eyes again, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this is my mansion. So then I open my eyes again, and I'm like, get a hold of yourself. Quit being an idiot, and just go with the vision. So I close my eyes, and I'm wearing like this long, like teal, which was very important, teal satin dress. Like back from like the king and queen days. And then I have this robe on, and it's embroidered paisley, and it's so deep purple that it looks black. And it's tied together like a pretty gold rope right here. So I'm kind of standing around looking, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think this is my mansion. So I knew to go down the hall. I didn't see Jesus. I just knew to go down the hall. And I passed a room. None of them had doors. I passed a room that's so bright and white, like a lab, and I knew that was miracles. Then I go into the next room, because I was headed straight to the library. So I walk into the library, and there's books from ceiling to floor. And I'm all, because I love books. And I'm just like looking, oh my gosh, where do I start? There's like a fire, like my dream library. Fire in the fireplace, cozy chairs, books. And then I was standing in the library, and I knew a little farther down the hall was another room, the treasury room. And it had wealth from, ceiling to floor. And the Lord said, I'm awakening you to who you really are. All the resources, miracles, and wealth you need for the kingdom are yours. And then it was over. Well, I look, open my eyes, and we're on the purple. So I go to the chroma. The first one, the blue, was Great Awakening. And then the next one was Majestic. So Elizabeth saw teal, Roberta saw teal, and we're like, what is up with the teal? So we look it up. And it's a combination of blue and green. Green is spirit of counsel, and blue is spirit of might. So the Lord, I don't want to finish his sentences, right? So I'm thinking, of course I go to the library because I like books. Well, that next Friday, I believe, I got my prayer time. And I said, Lord, I don't want to finish your sentences. Why did I go to the library? And he said, because I need you to stay in there so you can access the miracles and the wealth. I need you to focus right here on this. And one of the things in business, I've got lots of ideas. One of the things is I have so many pieces to stuff, I don't know how to piece it together. You know what I mean? And so I'm like doing all this stuff and I'm learning, but I don't know how to get results. Long story short, he revealed attention deficit. I had no idea. I'm like, attention deficit? What? I need focus. Stay in the library. And that's what he kept telling me. Stay in the library. Don't leave. So I'm like, well, what do I stay in the library for? He had me look up counsel. It means advertise. He has me look up might. It means mastery. Then he had me look up counsel in the Greek. It means list. He said, I want you, in business-wise, I want you to focus on marketing, become a master at your email list. Because of some of the ideas he's given me, I need it. So all this past week, I don't want to do email list mastery. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to do this. Blah, blah, blah. And he would say, stay in the library. You know what I mean? But it was neat because he revealed my mind needed a healing, but he also cared enough to show me an economic strategy. And so today, I was in the library. All from whole tones. Now, they got contacting him and said, dude, I have got to tell you what happened. And even the date, for those of you that were there, it was the 21st. 21 is a product of 3 and 7, the 7 spirits of God, which is spirit of counsel and might is one of them. And then expectancy is 20, and number 1 is first in order. And then he said, I want you to look up the word library. So I looked it up on dictionary.com, and I knew that the original meanings weren't what he was going to show me. I knew it was something else. So I'm reading on blah, 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 blah. I get to the bottom, and it's the technical term for library. And it means libraries are linked with the user's program to form a complete executable. That's what I needed. I needed to know where to go first so I could link everything together and execute the business idea that he's given me. Isn't that neat? And have y'all heard of Dr. Clovis Fluent? Okay, 70-something-year-old woman. God says,
Give that Netanyahu
yes.
back years ago.
Well, I've got a DVD where it has her mentoring. She said at the age of 70-something, she retires. She's going to plant a garden, travel. Lord said, I want you to learn a new language. No, I'm good. I'm retired, Lord, don't you know? And he goes, well, I want you to learn a new language because for the next phase of your life. And she's like, I'm 70-something years old. And he says, I want you to learn the language of marketplace. She becomes a marketplace motivational speaker and has seen more miracles in the marketplace than she saw 40 years in the church. And I knew when I saw that, and this is what she says. She goes, all that you need is in your house. There was in my house. All the resources, all the miracles, all the knowledge or library that you need is in your house. And I'm like, whoa, OMG, this is so God. And so I might contact her. But anyway, I feel that the apostolic move is not to simply have a church with a building and people coming and getting fed, but it's literally equipping the saints of God to go in the marketplace where they work and do the work of ministry.
You got to get out of the church building and get out in the world.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And she said the first motivational thing she had, she did her training, she did her schooling for life coach, and then her dream, and she would cry out to God, God, I want to work for this company. I want to travel with them. And I want opportunity, blah, blah. And she said, don't just sit back and wait for your opportunity. Get ready for it. Because you need to position yourself so that when it comes into your face, you can say, I'm ready. So her very first motivational, she just copied people she saw. So she rented a nice hotel room, got the chairs and everything, had the music that and she knew to be covert. She knew that she needed to minister to the people in a way that was covert, and then she could go into the overt. And so she told her staff, she said, now don't call me pastor. Don't call me pastor or anything. I'm Dr. Clovis Fluent, motivational speaker, blah, blah. They're like, okay, we got it. So music is going, she steps out with energy, and she goes, praise the Lord. Completely blows it because she was so used to it. And she said, we get so Christianized that we don't even realize what we're doing. So then she was in some foreign country, and she was one of the speakers, but the keynote speaker was that night, and everybody was waiting to hear this guy. And so he comes, he knew her, he goes up to her and he says, yeah, I'm tired from golfing all day. I guess that's nice, just golf all day. And he said, I want you to take my keynote. She said, I'm ready. Because she had prepared herself, right? So she gets up there, she delivers her message, and this guy walks up to her and he says, you are the most genuine person I've ever heard. And he compliments her, just thank you. And he looked at her and he said, you don't know who I am, do you? And she goes, no, I'm sorry. He goes, I own Get Motivated, the organization that she wanted. And he said, I want you on my team. 75 years old. That's what she's doing. I mean, that is proof that you are never too old. And she looks like she's in her 40s or 50s. I'm like, what the heck? So anyway, whole tones. It was just incredible. It was like he said, majestic is strictly the spiritual worship of the King of Kings. And that's exactly what happened. And soul healing. A lot of soul healing occurred. I think you had leave. I think you had Ramon with you. And did you have any visions that night when we did the whole tone promo on the screen, or did you have to leave too early?
I want to stay.
is at the Preacher's Academy, and I put the whole tones music and the colors. I highly recommend it. If you haven't gotten it, get it.
I'm gonna listen to that guy tonight. He'll be on the radio program every night. Yeah, matter of fact, he is a sponsor.
Really?
He's one of the sponsors.
Turn this off.